So the film business is an ongoing, dynamic, ever-changing industry. What happened 10 years ago sometimes doesn't matter what's going to happen today or tomorrow. I mean, if we look at how the film industry has evolved, I mean, it started as black and white, no sound movies that were shown just on big screens on film. And then it evolved into, color movies with sound, and then ultimately into television, then home entertainment like DVD, VHS, and now it's evolved into digital. The making of movies is constantly evolving as technology changes. To be a very successful filmmaker, you need to evolve with it. And I would say that's for anything in life, any career, not just filmmaking. In addition, distribution is constantly changing. How audiences consume the content, how they want to consume it, where they consume it, how much they pay for it. When I was younger, it was primarily theaters, movie theaters, and television. And then, of course, DVD and VHS and DVD started. But today, it's all about digital streaming. The content delivery is completely different than it was 20, 30, 40 years ago, as it should be. You can't be thinking the way people used to think 25, 30, 40 years ago. You can't say, oh, this is how we used to do things and it worked back then. Just look at filmmaking itself. You used to make an independent feature film, you used to have equipment trucks. Like you'd have an entire lighting truck because you'd probably need a generator and huge lights and all this kind of stuff. Today, you can carry portable lights in a case, LED lights that are battery operated, and probably get the same or better lighting with a camera that is a tiny fraction of the size that is digital compared to huge film cameras with canisters and film and all this kind of stuff. In a lot of ways, filmmaking has become more efficient, better, quicker, easier. But with that, the competition gets greater because now everybody has access to equipment. And also, distribution has changed dramatically. It's gone through phases where the studios kind of controlled everything, monopolized everything. Then it became a little bit more democratized where, everybody could have access to audiences. Now it's gone the other way. It swung back where primarily the studios and the streaming companies control, again, monopolize the audiences because of the level of content and how many viewers they have. You just always have to be on your toes. You can never sit back and say, okay, I've got this all figured out. Even me, I have made films, I teach, I consult with hundreds of indie filmmakers every year, and every day I say, okay, what's next? I can never sit back and say, I've got it figured out, because the minute I do that, it's going to change. And you need to keep changing with it in order to be successful. I encourage change and I embrace it as a good thing. I don't fear change. Now, the biggest change is coming to not just the film business, but to the world, is AI, artificial intelligence. And that is going to turn everything on its head. It's already started, so we're going to see what effects that have. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. I have opinions, obviously, but the fact is it's there. It's real, and you're going to have to deal with it as you will have to deal with changes, 2, 3, 5, 10 years from now. Who knows whatever those will be. So it's very important to stay dynamic and open-minded.